What's up, trainers? Welcome back to PokePlay Lab_DBSHQ, the lab where elite Pokemon TCG strategy, next-level deck tech, and competitive gameplay come to life. Today, we're diving into the depths with a brand new master deck build featuring Mega Sharpedo EX and Paldean Clodsire EX, a ruthless dark-type deck that's carving up the current meta. The synergy is deadly, the tempo is suffocating, and the pressure? Relentless. Whether you're climbing the ladder, grinding locals, or looking to sharpen your lineup, this deck hits hard and never lets up. And real quick, if you've got a YouTube channel of your own, drop your link in the comments. I'm always down to support fellow creators and see what this community is cooking. Make sure to check the community tab to vote in the latest image poll and hit the announcements playlist for tournament updates, raffles, and giveaways. If you'd like to support the channel, you can use the Cash App link on the page. Every bit of support helps keep the lab running and the builds coming. Alright, trainers, brace yourselves. It's time to flood the field and strike from the shadows with Mega Sharpedo EX and Paldean Clodsire EX. Stay ruthless, stay ready, and as always, keep playing. Next up, we're running 4 copies of Carvanha, our basic dark type and the backbone of the Sharpedo line. It comes in at 70 HP and has Reckless Charge, which costs 1 dark energy and hits for 30 damage, with Carvanha taking 10 damage itself in return. That self-damage actually works in our favor, helping set up the board while we prepare to evolve into Sharpedo and Mega Sharpedo X as quickly as possible. With a ×2 grass weakness and a retreat cost of just 1 colorless energy, Carvanha stays flexible early game and gives us an easy pivot as we transition into our main attackers. Next up, we're running 3 copies of Sharpedo, which evolves from Carvanha. Sharpedo is a water-type Pokemon with 120 HP and gives us solid mid-game pressure. Its first attack, Shoo Off, costs 2 colorless energy and deals 50 damage. After that, you flip 3 coins, and for each heads, your opponent discards a random card from their hand, making this a strong disruption option. Its second attack, Jet Headbutt, costs 1 water energy and 2 colorless energy and hits for 100 damage. Giving Sharpedo a reliable damage option when you need to push pressure. Sharpedo has a ×2 lightning weakness and a retreat cost of 1 colorless energy, so it stays flexible as you transition into Mega Sharpedo X. Next up, we're running 3 copies of Mega Sharpedo X, the Mega Evolved form of Sharpedo and the main finisher of the deck. Mega Sharpedo X is a Dark-type Pokemon with a massive 330 HP, giving it serious staying power. Its first attack, Greedy Fang, costs 1 dark energy, deals 70 damage, and lets us draw 2 cards, which is great for keeping our hand full while applying pressure. The second attack, Hungry Jaws, costs 2 dark energy and hits for 120 damage. If Mega Sharpedo X has any damage counters on it, this attack does 150 more damage, letting us swing for a huge 270 damage. Mega Sharpedo X has a ×2 grass weakness and no retreat cost, making it easy to pivot when needed. One important thing to keep in mind, since Mega Pokemon give up 3 prize cards when they're knocked out, you always want to manage your HP carefully and be ready to use Wally's Compassion to fully heal and keep Mega Sharpedo X on the field as long as possible. Next up, we're running 3 copies of Pidgey, a basic normal-type Pokemon with 60 HP. It has 1 simple attack, Gust, which deals 20 damage. Mainly there for early game pressure or finishing off low HP targets. Pidgey has a ×2 lightning weakness, -30 resistance to fighting-type Pokemon, and a retreat cost of 1 colorless energy, making it easy to move as we set up the rest of the board. Next up, we're running 2 copies of Pidgeot X, which evolves from Pidgeotto and serves as one of the main consistency pieces in the deck. Pidgeot X is a normal-type Pokemon with a solid 280 HP. It has the ability Quick Search, which lets you search your deck for any card and put it into your hand once during your turn. Then shuffle your deck. You can only use 1 Quick Search per turn, making this a powerful but balanced engine for setting up your plays. Its attack, Blustery Wind, costs 2 colorless energy, lets you discard a stadium in play, and deals 120 damage, giving you both utility and pressure. Pidgeot X has a ×2 lightning weakness, -30 resistance to fighting-type Pokemon, and no retreat cost, which makes it an excellent pivot Pokemon throughout the game. Next up, we're running 4 copies of Paldean Wooper, a basic Pokemon with 60 HP that helps set up our board early. Its first attack, Find a Home, costs 1 colorless energy and lets us search our deck for a stadium card, reveal it, and put it into our hand, then shuffle our deck. This gives us consistent access to our stadiums when we need them. Its second attack, Ram, costs 1 dark energy and deals 10 damage, mainly there as a simple early game option. Paldean Wooper has a ×2 fighting weakness and a retreat cost of 2 colorless energy, so we usually look to evolve it quickly into Paldean Clodsire X. Next up, we're running 3 copies of Paldean Clodsire X, which evolves from Paldean Wooper and has a hefty 280 HP. Its ability, Toxic Wetland, lets us poison our opponent's active Pokémon once per turn as long as a stadium is in play. With the right stadium cards in our deck, this is a fantastic way to slowly chip away at our opponent's HP while controlling the board. Its attack, Needlebone, costs 1 dark energy and 2 colorless energy and deals 200 damage. The coin flip adds a risk. If it's tails, this Pokémon can't attack next turn, but 200 damage is huge and makes this a strong finishing option. Between the ability to poison and the heavy attack, Paldean Clodsire X is a key card for both control and pressure in our strategy. Next, let's talk about our stadium card, Risky Ruins. We're running 2 copies. Its effect reads, whenever any player puts a basic non-dark Pokémon onto their bench during their turn, place 2 damage counters on that Pokémon. In our deck, the only Pokémon that might take damage is Pidgey, which is minor early game, but for our opponent, every basic non-dark Pokémon they play will be hurt, giving us consistent early pressure. This stadium also synergizes perfectly with Paldean Clodsire X, making it easier to activate its Toxic Wetland ability and chip away at the opponent's active Pokémon over time. Next, let's talk about our supporter cards. We're running 4 copies of Grimsley's Move. This card lets you look at the top 7 cards of your deck and bench 1 dark-type Pokémon you find there, then shuffle the remaining cards and put them on the bottom of your deck. A few key points: you can't use Grimsley's Move on your first turn, unless you go second. You can bench any dark Pokémon, whether it's a basic, Stage 1, Stage 2, or Pokémon EX. This doesn't count as playing a Pokémon from your hand and ignores your normal bench placement limits. It's an excellent way to speed up your setup, especially in an all-dark deck, and get your big hitters ready faster. Next, we have 3 copies of Wally's Compassion. I was torn between using Penny or Wally, but for this deck, we're trying something new with Wally, and it's a perfect fit. What it does: heal all damage from one of your Mega Evolution Pokémon EX. If you healed any damage this way, return all energy attached to that Pokémon to your hand. This is huge in a pinch. Imagine your Mega Sharpedo X is about to be knocked out. With Wally's Compassion, you can fully heal it in a single turn and even recover all the energy you had attached. Never forget, if you lose a Mega Pokémon, your opponent takes 3 prize cards. Healing one that's about to be knocked out is a smart, game-saving move, and Wally's Compassion makes it happen. Next up, we're running 2 copies of Janine's Secret Art. This supporter lets you choose up to 2 of your dark Pokémon, then for each of those Pokémon, you search your deck for a basic dark energy and attach it directly to them, before shuffling your deck. There is one important catch: if you attach energy to your active Pokémon using this effect, that Pokémon becomes poisoned. Because of that, we usually target our bench Pokémon with this card. It's an amazing way to power up attackers quickly without risking unnecessary poison damage on our active. Next, we're running 1 copy of Colress's Tenacity. This supporter lets you search your deck for a stadium card and an energy card, reveal them, and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. It's a simple but powerful consistency card, giving us exactly the 2 things we often need most: energy to attack and a stadium to keep our strategy online. Next up, we've got 3 copies of Boss's Orders. This card lets you switch in one of your opponent's benched Pokémon into the active spot, which can be a total game changer. The key here is timing. Only play Boss's Orders when you know you can knock out the Pokémon right away. Whether it's to finish off a damaged threat or pick off a weaker target for a quick prize card, it's all about setting up that decisive play. That's why I run 3 copies. It can turn the game in your favor instantly. Use it wisely. Next, we're running 2 copies of Arven. This supporter lets you search your deck for an item card and a Pokémon tool card, reveal them, and put them into your hand. Then shuffle your deck. In this deck, Arven is perfect for grabbing key items like Rare Candy, Buddy Puffin, or Super Rod. Even though we're not running any Pokémon tools, it's still one of the best consistency cards in the game for finding exactly what we need at the right time. Now let's move on to our item cards, starting with 3 copies of Rare Candy. Rare Candy lets you choose one of your basic Pokémon in play and, if you have the matching Stage 2 Pokémon in your hand, you can evolve it directly from basic to Stage 2, skipping Stage 1 entirely. There are 2 important restrictions: you can't use Rare Candy on your first turn, and you can't use it on a basic Pokémon that was played this turn. This card is absolutely essential for getting our Pidgey into Pidgeot X as fast as possible. Even though we usually only need 2 copies, we run 3 for consistency, and if any get lost to knockouts or devolution effects, we can always recycle them with Super Rod and keep the engine going. Next, we have 2 copies of Night Stretcher. This item lets you put either a Pokémon or a basic energy card from your discard pile into your hand. It's a super flexible recovery card, whether you need to get back a key Pokémon for your strategy or grab a basic energy to set up your next attack. Night Stretcher gives you that utility when you need it most. Next up, we're running 3 copies of Buddy Buddy Poffin. This item lets you search your deck for up to 2 basic Pokémon with 70 HP or less and put them directly onto your bench, then shuffle your deck. It's a must-have in this deck because it can grab all of our key setup pieces: Paldean Wooper with 60 HP, Pidgey with 60 HP, and Carvanha with 70 hydrogen phosphide, helping us build our board quickly from turn 1. Next, we're playing 1 copy of Super Rod. This item lets you shuffle up to 3 cards from your discard pile back into your deck, in any combination of Pokémon and basic energy. While you can definitely mix it up, for example, shuffling back 1 Pokémon and 2 energy, I usually use Super Rod to recycle 3 energy, keeping my energy count healthy and ready for future turns. Next, we have 1 copy of Prime Catcher. This powerful card lets you switch one of your opponent's benched Pokémon into the active spot. And if you do, you also have to switch your active Pokémon with one from your bench. This is perfect for pulling up a weaker opponent for an easy knockout. Just remember, you'll have to switch too. To finish things off, we're running 11 Dark Energy to make sure our main attackers stay powered up every single turn. And that wraps up our master deck build featuring Mega Sharpedo EX and Paldean Clodsire EX. If you enjoyed the breakdown or learned something new, make sure to smash that like button. Subscribe for more competitive Pokémon TCG deck builds, and drop a comment letting me know what combos you want to see next. Until next time, keep training, keep battling, and I'll see you in the next video.